How's it going, guys? It's Doc. ICP has some huge catalysts coming within the next 5 days. In this video, I'm going to show you guys me putting in a leverage play on Internet Computer Protocol because I'm bullish on what the next couple days is going to look like. We're going to talk about all of that in this video, plus some catalysts that could be coming up within the next few weeks and a price prediction. But before we get started, welcome back to the channel. My name's Doc. Throughout the day, I'm a resident physician, and at night, I take you guys on my crypto and investing journey. Wild day, Bitcoin putting in new all-time highs, Internet Computer Protocol having a nice 6% gain on the day. The market cap is just shy of $3 billion. And this is good. We're building some really, really good momentum. The last ICP video that I did was 2 weeks ago, so we were overdue for an update. The ICP army showed up with 1.6 thousand views. If you guys are getting any value out of this, all I ask is hit the like button. It really, really helps out the YouTube algorithm. And if you want to see more content like this, consider hitting subscribe. So on the day, we are up 6%. And on the 7-day, on the past week, we're up 10%. The past 2 weeks, up 15%. So this is good. We're building some momentum, which we need. We've been saying that anything below $6 really is a good position to buy ICP. Because if we look on the yearly chart in December, this was above $15, which is almost a 3x from here. So why am I talking about ICP? Well, we're going to get to that, but there's some big updates coming specifically with Caffeine AI, but more on that in just a second. So Bitcoin, we got to talk about this real quick, putting in new all-time highs for the day. Right now, it's right around 116,000. At some point, it kissed almost 117. You can see this wick right here. We got so close. We might have actually hit it on a couple different exchanges, but this is huge. This is literally the definition of a God candle. This is on the daily chart. So really happy to see the momentum that Bitcoin is building, because we all know as Bitcoin builds momentum, it's going to be really good for strong altcoins like ICP. Two charts I want to show you real quick from Colin Talks Crypto. This is the head and neck shoulders pattern, and you can see we just reached this neckline, and now Bitcoin could be poised to break $150,000. I also really like how he tracks the global M2 money supply. So you can see the yellow here, global money supply, and this is really important. I promise I'm going to say some things that you might not have heard of on this chart. And then Bitcoin is obviously orange. So we all know, yeah, it's, global money supplies, it leads by 80, 90, sometimes 100 days, and it goes back and forth, right? The interesting thing is, just look, right now, Bitcoin is below. On this chart, Bitcoin is below the global money supply. And you can see there are times when it has been below this chart on the money supply. So right here in October, it was below the M2 money supply. And then as Bitcoin really took off, it actually got above this trend line here, and it stayed above it for a couple months, from like November-ish all the way to, say, gosh, almost June, so almost a whole year. And you can see Bitcoin overtook this trend on a big rally up. So my question is, are we getting ready for Bitcoin to jump above the global M2 money supply? And when that happens, that tends to be really bullish, right? If Bitcoin continues to follow this trend, and keep in mind, guys, there's roughly an 80% correlation here. So it's not perfect, but if this happens, Bitcoin could be poised to hit $160,000 or $165,000. Now, if we head over to BTCC and we go into full screen mode here, I'm going to put a leverage trade in here in just a second. If you guys are getting any value out of this, consider hitting the like button, subscribing. Again, it really does help the channel out. So Bitcoin, we're looking right now on the daily. It is ramping up above towards the top part of the Bollinger Bands. If we switch this over to the 4-hour, it's also very much above. And I actually like to look at this on the 1 week because it still shows that we have some juice to squeeze here. Now, there's no doubt about it. ICP is down on, the couple month view. Like we had said, it hit above $15 just in December, right? And the year before that, we were around 21 bucks. So there's a lot of progress to be made here. But the reason that I show you this chart is because I think we can potentially get back to where we were in December if we can build some really, really good momentum. So I'm actually going to put a leverage trade here in right now. I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I'm on the BTCC platform. My link is going to be down below. You can get a 10% bonus on first time deposits. So I'm coming here. I'm going to go open. I'll just put a market limit order in. I always like to change this right here to USDT. And since I am going to do I think I want to do a 5x leverage. Yeah, I think a 5x leverage is good. So let me just change this. So 5x, I could change this anywhere from 10. I could go all the way up to 50. You have a high chance of getting liquidated. And honestly, I don't want to do that just because ICP has had a little bit of a run up. So I'm actually going to do I'll do 5x. And then from here, if I put a $500 trade in, this should cost me, and then I'll hit open long. This should cost me around $100, right? Because $100 times the 5x long is $500, right? So I'll hit order confirm, and that has been placed. Now, what I like to do is you can also put stop losses in here as well. And the way that you do that is you scroll here and we hit add stop loss. So not tough here. And if you go to stop loss, you can actually just add this to what percent you'd be down. So here, and you can see in red, I would lose this much money. So I'm actually not going to put a stop loss in though, because this is a little bit of a quote unquote gamble play for me, right? I have conviction in it, and I think this could be poised for a big breakup because of the news story we're going to talk about in just a sec. Okay, so Dom, the founder of ICP, he was in the Swiss parliament the other day pushing for our industry, and he was with some pretty big hitters, right? He was with Jan, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name, Kamenisch, she's the Swiss vice president, and then Guy Parlin. So he's moving and shaking with some big members of the government in the Swiss. And really cool, this video by Blockchain Pill, we're not going to go into the whole thing, but I did want to give him credit because he's talking about different marketing that Caffeine AI is doing, right? So in this video, he actually shows ICP potentially doing some marketing, some billboard marketing in California. So really trying to get the word out. Well, you might be asking, why would they be doing that? We've known about Caffeine AI. Glad you asked. Okay, so breaking. Caffeine AI is launching on July 15th. I'm filming this on Friday, July 11th, okay? So this is just a couple days away, right? This is the no-code revolution in Web3. And we all saw the demo that they did a couple weeks ago, and it was so awesome to see real world utility, right? It was building a website just based off different prompts, completely on the internet chain protocol infrastructure, right? So really, really interesting. I'm excited to see this and see, more importantly, the impact on the price, right? We're all investors here, and I thought this was really cool. I like how they specifically talk about the use cases here, right? So some DeFi apps, NFT marketplaces. I do think, I know this is not a sexy play, but I do think NFTs are going to make a comeback once the market starts to get frothy again. A few different DAO tools, token deployment, custom dashboards, and then some back-end logic, and that's more specifically for developers. So this is a bullish catalyst, right? We've all been waiting for Caffeine AI to hit the mainnet. And I'm curious if this could lead to new all-time highs for internet computer. Now, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself because I can already hear folks whining in the comments. This guy's bull posting. No. What I'm saying is we have a really, really big catalyst on the horizon, just 5 days away. And because of that, I'm putting in a leveraged play, right? I hold ICP in addition to this leveraged play. So I'm talking about projects that I really like. I think what we really need to do is we need to crack back above $7 and $8 before we can start building some real momentum. Once we do that, once we get back above $6, I think we can start picking up some steam. And I think that's going to happen as Bitcoin dominance starts to fall, right? We're getting a little bit of a pullback here. And when Bitcoin dominance falls, we are going to hopefully get the alt season that we've all been waiting for. I'm curious your guys' thoughts on this. What do you think Caffeine AI needs to do, or specifically ICP? What do you think ICP needs to do to go back and get into the double-digit prices, right? Crack $6 and then $10 before it eventually puts in new all-time highs. I read all of the comments down below. I also am curious, What are your thoughts on Caffeine AI? Do you think this is going to be a dud, or do you think this could be an absolute game changer? If you guys got any value out of this, consider hitting the like button, consider subscribing to see more content like this, and I'll see you guys on my next video.